What's up, guys? It's Otaku Tavern back at you with another video. And today I want to talk about the picture here on your screen, the quote. And it's when Mikasa says, "This world is merciless, and it's also very beautiful." So, I will say this now, as an like a otaku, as like an outcast, as a person even with autism, I'm kind of speaking to people who kind of have all of these, or just like at least otakus in general. But the world does not have mercy on you. It really doesn't. Like, normies do not have mercy on you. Society doesn't. Your expectations that they put upon you, they do not have mercy. And when you're dealing with all this stuff, it's very hard to see the beauty within the world, right? Like, you struggle to see it, because the reason why is because you are constantly being bombarded with mercilessness. It's like, if you're like experiencing mercilessness, like you're probably not going to feel good. Like, me personally, I experience this every day. But like, the thing is the world is a very beautiful place when you think about it. Um, take like Japan, for instance, very beautiful place, or maybe South Korea. Um, there's several places that's really, really beautiful. Even places with like an ocean, or big old some type of big old body of water, like depending, like, if it's like crystal clear, it's pretty beautiful to say that, it's pretty beautiful. But, like, the thing is it's really hard to see this, because when you live in a world like this, especially if you are autistic, or an anime fan, or just, an otaku, right? You, um, you will, you will be forced to live in isolation. That is no mercy on that. I did a video a little bit ago about that. When this uploads, it might be uploaded, or it might not be uploaded yet. But like, it's just like, you can't catch a break, right? You can't catch a break. And when you try to catch a break, something always happens. It's like, you wake up maybe in a good mood. Like, say you got depression, right? You wake up in a good mood, bam, something happens, and well, there you go. Your whole day is ruined. And it's like, this is brutal. Like, this is extremely brutal. And, like, it just goes to show that you don't really have like a scapegoat, or like an outlet to go and talk to, right? Like, you may not have an outlet to go and talk to. And it really boils down to how you really handle this. But the thing with that is like, when you're constantly like, you see all this stuff on the news. If you watch the news, like, all this stuff, it just shows you that there's no mercy. Like, people are so uptight, they get mad at you, they don't have any mercy on you whatsoever. And even if they're just having a bad day, bro, like, they may like try to threaten you, and in worst cases, like, they may even kill you. So it's like, you really got to watch your surroundings. But it's like, I would advise, you to take the time to see the beauty in the world that God has created. And this doesn't really necessarily have to be out in nature, by the way, like a lot of people claim. This could be anywhere. This could even be a video game, right? Because God created the colors, right? So it's like, it could be really almost anything. But, you gotta, you really got to sit here and be like, really focused on trying to see the beauty of the world, because if you don't, then you're not really going to, see it. So there is a lot of fakeness in the world. There's a lot of people, trying to get one up on you, narcissism, all this kinds of stuff, right? And it's like, this is very tiring. I talk about this a lot, but it's very tiring. And it's like, nobody's going to come and help you anymore. Like, it's just, people just don't simply give a dang anymore. Like, they really don't care. They don't give a damn. And, that sucks, because it's like, you want someone to give a damn, obviously. But I don't know. Anyway, I just thought I'd kind of talk about this a little bit. But yep, see ya.